game that makes this sport what it is, a rivalry game. For many schools and fans, it's days like today that can set your feelings about your school allegiance and provide a sense of accomplishment or dread for a very long time. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the North Carolina Tar Heels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Tar Heels offense takes the field to start this game off. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games, the team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and keep and block out all the noise.
And the Tar Heels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Spins away. Oh, a lot of space. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. From inside the 15, here's the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Blue Devils offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
He'll do it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Go east-west, and the quarterback gets strung out, doesn't pull the trigger and really make a decision. We'd like to see him stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, get more of a plus yardage on this play. Nice job by the defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. There he goes. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. And the Blue Devils look to keep this drive humming. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Makes the grab over the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Blue Devils will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Touch pass on the line. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
And the Tar Heels will line it up on 1st and 10. Quick pass on the jet motion. Shakes off the defender. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you... He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Lopez wants to fire. Unloads it downfield. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
showing the arm straight down the left side. And that one's going to be knocked down incomplete, and we have knocked out the first quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The Tar Heels decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the returner will be brought down. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. On the move, he fires. Fires it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. They did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Line is set on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Moore. Tackle is made at the 38. Let's see just how daring they'll be on fourth down. And the Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Motion from the back. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got an open man. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Man, you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back and make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
Snags it quickly on the left. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. Off the play fake. Wide open downfield. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Off the boot, looking for his man. Takes the easy completion. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes him play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Lopez to pass. Looking for a deep man. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Still on his feet at the 35. Oh, he's got some space. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. And the Tar Heels just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Quick pass on the fly motion. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David.
He lofts one down the sideline. Makes the catch. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got to kick in the door. They'll send the back in motion. Off the play fake on first down. He is going nowhere. Stops at the line of scrimmage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Maybe a double pass. Pressure coming. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The defense snuffed out any attempt to move forward on the last play, and now it's third and goal from the 2. Pocket breaking down. He's got his man. Makes the grab. Touchdown, UNC! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. They marched 78 yards down the field, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
Well, you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, but I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Gonna let it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And
intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, The defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. The jet sweep pass. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice.
Touchdown, North Carolina! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones. They completely had him surrounded.
Right back to it. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Tar Heels will boot it away to start the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side of the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
The Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. It's third down, and the line to gain is the 36. Wide receiver comes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. And the Tar Heels will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll give it to the back. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Quickly to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
And the Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Secures it at the 30. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Lopez wants to fire. Looking down the middle. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Under fire. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again.
And, man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good. And you can't even protect your quarterback on 3rd down, like everything going the other direction.
He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.